Alright, we're kicking off the wild card round with the New York Jets visiting the Cincinnati Bengals. So, what do we think here? I think this game is probably the most up in the air of all the games this weekend. I also think it's probably going to be the worst game because I don't think, excuse me, I don't think either team can pass the ball, and running game is they both run the ball fairly well, but neither team has that much of an offense. They both have questionable quarterbacks. They both play defense well. They are both somewhat new to the postseason, and I don't think it's going to be a very good game. I'm not high on it. So, people love the Jets. People have been betting the Jets like crazy. Maybe they must have seen something in that Week 17 game. I didn't see anything that I can really take to heart about that game, but okay, I mean 37-0, sure, why not? It's a big margin, it's a big win, but I didn't see anything in that game that you can take all that seriously, but whatever. So, the Jets may be built to beat a team like the Bengals. The Bengals can't really pass the ball that well. Their only good receiver this year has been Ocho Cinco, and the Jets can feasibly take away Ocho Cinco entirely with Darrelle Revis. So the Bengals may find themselves completely incapable of passing the ball. The Bengals have a good running attack, but it's not great, and the Jets defense has a chance. They can't stop a great rushing attack now that they don't have Chris Jenkins anymore, but they might be able to stop a good one like Cincinnati. So, and then you look at the other side of the ball, the Jets, they run the ball well, not much of a passing game, but really the Bengals defense has been really good this year, but it's also had some injury issues. I think they lost Malaluga, or however you pronounce it. They obviously lost Roy Williams earlier in the year, although they've been fairly fine without that. So, in some ways, the Jets are just, in particular, built to beat a team like the Bengals. And that's an angle you got to consider here. And I think it's going to be something like Bengals. I'm going to say Bengals 17, Jets 10. There's one thing in this game. I know the Jets might be built to beat the Bengals, but, you have Mark Sanchez, a rookie quarterback, on the road. That's really all you got to tell me. I'm going to say it. If the Bengals can get like a 10-0 lead, this game's over. Mark Sanchez has not won a game for the Jets all year. It's not going to start now. So there's a lot of evidence that points toward the Jets winning this game, but it's Mark Sanchez on the road, and I can't do it. So yeah, I'm taking the Bengals. The spread is Bengals -3. I like the Bengals -3. I like the Bengals to win by at least 3, probably more. The over-under is 34.5 points. That's a pretty good, accurate over-under. I'm going to say take the under, though. I just think Mark Sanchez is going to be throwing picks left and right. Okay, now we got the Eagles and the Cowboys later that Saturday night. This is a pretty good one for obvious reasons, and it's a matchup thing. The Eagles' offensive line seems like it can't handle the Cowboys' defense. They have this center issue where they don't have their starting center, so I think they put Nick Cole out there, and it doesn't work very well against Jay Ratliff. Jason Peters doesn't seem to match up well with DeMarcus Ware, and there are a lot of instances of the Eagles' offensive line just getting overwhelmed. It's a matchup thing, and in a way, that Dallas team has been one of the few teams this year that was able to stop the Philly offense, but there's the other side to that, being that the Eagles' offense is, by its very nature, inconsistent, and by its nature has bad games like they did against Oakland, and like they did really twice against Dallas, and it's just something that they do. So, I don't trust either of these teams entirely. As a football fan, I don't totally trust Andy Reid and Donovan McNabb to get it done in January. At least all the way. But it's a wild card game. I do trust them to win games like this. I don't trust the Wade Phillips, Tony Romo thing yet. That's another thing. I mean, I gotta see it. You're looking at two guys who just, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I don't totally trust that angle of it, but it's not a good matchup for the Eagles. It seems like every time the Cowboys needed a first down in that game, Week 17, every time Miles Austin got open or Jason Witten got open, and it was just easy. It's just, I don't know exactly what it is, but it's a good matchup for the Cowboys. Oh, this is a brutal one. I don't know. I'm not sure if I can see Dallas beating Philly 3 times in 1 year. I'm gonna pick Philadelphia. In those first 2 games against Dallas, they got really no big plays. So I am going to say Philly 24, Dallas 20, something like that. The spread is Eagles +4. I would highly recommend taking the Eagles +4 because even if Dallas wins, there's a decent chance this game is decided by a field goal. So if that happens, you win no matter what. The over-under is 45. 45. I'm going to say go under on that one. God, both teams can just score quickly, though. Yeah, I'm going to say go under. That's a tough one, though. That's a good spread. That's a good over-under. We got the Ravens and Patriots. This is a good one. I'm excited for this one. This is going to be maybe not the best game to watch, but it should be pretty good to watch, and I'm intensely interested in the outcome. So, Patriots lost Wes Welker in the last game of the year, and, people say whatever they want about resting starters. It's kind of become the de facto, I don't know, people don't like it. This is one of the reasons why I don't mind it. Things like this, they happen, and all of a sudden you look like a jackass. So, Welker would have had a huge game against Baltimore. Baltimore, their secondary has issues. They can't see. You can throw on them when you need to. They don't have very good corners. Welker would have had a huge game against the Baltimore Ravens. And Julian Edelman probably is going to have a good game, but he's not going to be great. He's going to not make a few plays that Welker would have made. You know what I'm saying? And, obviously you look at Randy Moss, but now the Patriots can focus almost exclusively on Moss. And we don't know how serious Moss is taking himself right now. I mean, we've heard the rumors that he's mailing it in, and there's a decent chance that that's going on. So if he's not all there, it's going to be, you guys know what I'm saying. So, on the other side, the Ravens just stick with Ray Rice. That's been their strategy ever since the Green Bay loss, and it's worked really well. So just stick with Ray Rice. You can move the ball on the Patriots in many ways. I mean, maybe if they put 9 in the box against Ray Rice, they can snuff you, but really, if you do that, then it becomes too easy the other way. So Flacco can't win games for them. He's still a solid quarterback. He's not great or anything. He can get the job done. So let him play that role. He'll make a couple throws in this game. Maybe some that'll be good. Maybe 1 or 2 of them will be bad, but it'll work out. So, New England at home, though, it's tough. It's tough for me to take go against New England at home, man. You know what? I'm gonna say Baltimore 20, New England 17. I don't know. I got a bad feeling about the Welker thing. I think Welker would have been the key to them beating Baltimore, and right now I'm thinking, I mean, the biggest advantage New England has in this game is Joe Flacco, and Baltimore can kind of sort of take him out of the game by running it with Rice and McGahee and I guess McClain, and it's going to be easier to hide that. The only thing that can save New England in this game, now that I'm thinking about it, really is Randy Moss needs to go off. So the spread is plus New England is minus 3.5. I'm going to say take Baltimore plus 3.5. That's a really nice number because in case New England wins by a field goal, which is highly possible, you still win. And the over-under 43, that's a pretty good number. I'm going to say go under, though, because I don't think the Ravens are going to be throwing a lot. The Patriots may have issues moving the ball without, if Randy Moss doesn't take the game seriously. So, yeah, that is a good number. I'm going to go with the Ravens plus 3.5 and the under on 43 total points. And I'll wrap up in the next video.